Good morning. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's pre-opening grain and livestock comments from Monday, the 9th of March. Hey, if you are not getting my letter, I did a big breakdown both on Friday and then on the weekly wrap. I sent the weekly out um, about 4 o'clock yesterday before we opened up, and I had a lot of these old targets on there. You don't have to do a whole lot of homework to see where a lot of these chart targets have come from. The driver for this whole thing is obviously what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz. Crude oil last night, April, got to 119.48. Still not the old high during the Biden administration. I mean, there's an old high up there around 123. And then if we really go bananas, the high was 146 in 2008 during the great financial crisis. So is there more room to go? Yeah. Can anybody promise us that we're going to get there? No. But that is what's driving this whole mess right now. Chart wise, new crop corn went up and filled a gap that, I can tell you this year, if I told you back in January when we were down at 425 that, we were going to see, when we were at 445, if I told you we were going to see 498 and go fill the gap, I think you would have put me in a mental institution. But that's exactly what happened. Great opportunity. Yeah, we're at 89 right now. So we're at 9 cents under that. If your whole marketing plan is I need to sell the top to feel good about my marketing plan, I think that's a mistake. What I would want to try and do is to reward this rally as best can and do not cap it, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we can't continue to go higher, and I'm not going to promise you that we're not going to go lower. What we're going to try and do is hedge around our big long position. If you're a farmer or a long speculator, which is what a farmer is, you're always bet long, right? So we want to manage this position without benefit of psychic abilities. So I want to keep a floor under us right now. A lot of us, if you're working with me, we established a floor at 460 or 470. Now with this rally up, we have a chance to uh, increase our floor if we want to. And that's only if you're using put options. If you're short the board at 460, if you sold futures, then yeah, you're already in a different situation because you've capped the rally and you're making margin calls. This is a great market for using put options because a put option is you pay for it, you got the floor, corn can go to the moon. All right, you want to roll your floor up? You do, you don't. Nobody's forcing you to roll your floor up. You get to decide how much of the next revenue bump you want to try and pay for. And then at some point, when and if this thing corrects, hopefully you'll have a good floor and a good meaning, within 30 or 40 cents of whatever the high is, or 10 cents of the high, or whatever you're trying to shoot for. But you've got to roll your floor up. You've got to do that. The sitting and wait, that's a strategy as well. But boy, this is a great opportunity. In the beans, new crop beans hit 1172 and a half last night, right? Now we're at 1158. We're still not, we still didn't get the $12 print. And that's probably going to be the biggest risk now for a lot of producers. You're like, well, I'm not going to sell anything until it gets to 12. And then it'll get to 12. And you're like, oh, I'm not selling anything until it gets to 13. I'd say this. I'd say if you can take your $11 floor, which a lot of you have, and if you can roll it up to 11.50, if you can buy that 50 cents for a reasonable amount, i.e., 10, 12 cents, something like that, then do it. Right? If you can buy 50 cents for 12, then I would look at doing it. If you can't, then don't do it. Stay put. But it makes sense if you can roll up from 11 to 11.50, in my opinion, because I don't know where we're going to be 2, 3, 4 months from now. If this situation with the Gulf gets straightened out, we could be right back down where we were, at 10.55 in January, right? So since we don't know where the market's going to go, and I don't make a living promising people saying, "Oh, just trust me, it's going to go here. Trust me, it's going to go there." No, we're going to defend the position as best as we can, and we're going to try and stay in a position where, hell, if I don't know where beans are going to go this year. What if we have a drop, right? Who knows what that does to the market? So this is a great marketing opportunity. Try to take advantage of it. My other caveat will be nobody sells the high. What we're going to try and do is capture the meat of the move. That goes for wheat as well, all those markets. So it's a great opportunity. Farmers were looking at a pretty dismal year 3 months ago. Now we're getting we're having some life breathed in these markets because of the crude market. So let's take advantage of it. In the cattle market, it's going to be very, very, very sensitive to what's going on in the stock market. The stock market was down, at least the Dow was down, traded to 46 46,333 last night. It's trading 46,900. So it's already 600 points off the low. It's still down 600. So we were down 1,200 points, but we've come back half. The S&P 500 traded down to 6584, excuse me, 6584, and it's traded at 6671 now. Again, so a good recovery that has come as crude oil is back down to just $100 from 119.48 last night to trading $100 right now. So was that a blow off top? I don't know. Obviously, somebody said something in the about the crude oil for this thing to back off, and who knows what they're going to say before lunch is over, right? So there's going to be lots of opportunities. Make sure that you've got your risk on paper. Um, I think when markets move like this, very, very, very volatile manner, options are your best friend because with an option, if you buy it, you've got your hedge and you don't have margin calls afterwards. If you are a farmer or producer, you already bet long, you're already speculating, you're bet long, right? What you need to do is reward these rallies and defend them. It's a great opportunity. If you're looking for help, give me a call 312 638 8868. If you didn't get a copy of my weekly wrap and you want to see it, just text me. I can email it to you. Have a great day.